Hello, I'm Ella Watt, and this is my Silver Award for Girl Scouts. What is permaculture? According to Google, permaculture is the harmonious integration of landscapes with people providing their food, energy, shelter, and other material and non-material needs sustainably. In other words, permaculture is holistic living in harmony with nature worldview and as a technical approach to how to live. Permaculture is a new way of life that can change a desert into a forest by using the resources God gave you. If your garden is always dry, use the grass sod and cover it to keep moisture. That is how you use resources around you, but permaculture is a bit advanced. Bill Mollison founded permaculture in the 1970s to change historical life. This all started to minimize waste, human labor, and energy input and maximize benefits through synergy. Mollison had this all started by researching the ecosystem of Australia and seeing how plants make themselves live without a human being watering them, spraying them, or giving them fertilizer. Bill was a teacher, and David Holmgren was in the class where he was interested in what Bill's perspective was, and they created the first permaculture garden, and Bill made it get around the world. So, Bill went on a quest to find out how we humans can do what Mother Nature has been doing all these years. We just needed to give her a little boost. An interviewer asked when he started teaching it all, and this was what he said, beginning of quote. In the early 1970s, it dawned on me that no one had ever applied design to agriculture. When I realized it, hairs went up on the back of my neck. It was so strange. We've had agriculture for 7,000 years. We've been losing for 7,000 years. Everything was turning into desert. So I wondered, can we build systems that obey ecological principles? We know what they are. We just never apply them. Ecologists never apply good ecology to their gardens. Architects never understand the transmission of heat in buildings. And physicists live in a house with dementing energy systems. Curiously, we never apply what we know to how we live. End of quote. How agriculture is made up of plants that will just die and need humans to take care of them constantly. But Bill thought, why not have our agriculture look like a forest where everything in a forest can take care of itself and live longer without having people do it for them? What does permaculture mean? Permaculture means permanent agriculture involving with your culture, coming from Latin roots. Permanence, meaning the persist through time, culture, an activity that supports human existence. Put those together, it is a persistent system that supports human existence. Permaculture is a big thing to find courses all around the world. We can all learn how to do permaculture in our backyards to help prepare for future droughts and weather instability. We all have a responsibility to take care of our land and provide sustainability and take care of our futures. Who even does permaculture? According to appleseedpermaculture.com, over 1 million people are certified in permaculture in more than 140 countries with more than 4,000 projects on the ground. What are the 12 principles of permaculture? 1. Observe and interact. This is the most important since it is the most needed. Before you start, take some time to observe what's happening, to build a garden. Watch the space where the sun is the most and where the shade is the most. Work with the area since it is so much easier when you're working with the plants than against them. 2. Catch and store energy. When you have many products, it's wise to store them and use later. For example, using water tanks to catch rainwater or canning. Design your house so the sun heat is throughout a winter day, retaining the warmth into the evening. Use what the earth gave you. 3. Obtain and yield. Make sure your hard work and training pay off. For example, if you go to the effort of planting tomato seedlings, watering them, and keeping the snails off them, you want to ensure you have some fresh tomatoes for your salad. If not, you need to improve your system. On top of that, think about what yields you might be missing. Is there uncollected fruit left on the trees in your neighborhood? Or weeds from the footpath you could collect for your chickens? Use all of your resources and work and you put into the project is what you will get back. 4. Apply self-regulation, accept feedback. Don't let your better judgment get in front of you. Your garden is its ecosystem, and some of your interventions might affect parts of it. Listen to it and make changes. 5. Use the value renewable resources and services. To make your sustainable garden long-term, choose energy and material that replenishes themselves and can make work over and over again. Keep your soil rich and healthy by building up the microbes in the soil with compost, and choose cardboard and newspapers to suppress weeds instead of the black plastic. 6. Produce no waste. Try to make all your waste possible to compost. Take the time to clean and maintain your garden tools to last longer. Feed your food scraps to the chickens. They produce manure. The manure becomes compost and adds to the garden, and the garden makes veggies to eat and more food scraps. 7. Design from patterns to details. Observe the daily patterns that you do in life. What are the foods you and your family love to eat? Which parts of the garden do you walk the most frequently? Plant your garden in areas and put the herbs and veggies you use most in the area closest to the kitchen door, where you can access them easily. The thing that you need less attention can be placed further away. Fit your garden to your lifestyle. 8. Integrate rather than segregate. Think of your garden as a part of a puzzle. Some pieces fit, but others don't. So don't put plants or animals by each other if they end up ruining them. 9. Use small and slow solutions. In today's world, it is going big or going home, but that is not what you do in permaculture. You start on a smaller scale to find out how everything works. Therefore, it's better to build skills and invest slower. When creating a garden, you can gather many materials cheaply or for free if you're willing to be patient. 10. Use the value diversity. Growing a variety of plants, meaning there is always something for beneficial insects to eat. Protecting your garden from pests and disease. Eating a diverse range of foods throughout our diet also keeps us healthier. 11. Use edges and value the marginal. This is where it is commonly called the edge effect, where two different things meet and join together, benefiting the organism around them. How 1 + 1 = 2, but here 1 + 1 = 3. 12. Creatively use and respond to change. Nature, like human society, is constantly changing. So as we absorb the shocks going on in the world, what changes do you need to make that leave ourselves and our communities better off? Now, I'm going to give you the challenge to look at these principles and try to follow them and see how easy and better how planting a garden is most efficiently. Survey the land and everything around it and see how your life changes.